Hi, Steve from the Academy with an amazing thought. At least it amazes me. I hope it has that effect on you. Let's take as our example anxiety. Yeah, we could use any number of different emotions. It could be a phobia, it could be a positive emotion like falling in love or listening to great music. It really doesn't matter. But let's take anxiety because it's a good example. Now, you and I both know what we mean by anxiety, don't we? I mean, anxiety can be social anxiety, where you're really feeling anxious about going and meeting new people, or it could be feeling anxious about something that's going to happen, or it could be a generalized anxiety. So we know what anxiety is, and we can share that thought between us. If I refer to it, you know what I mean, and if you refer to it, I know what you mean as well. Well, here's something surprising about it. If you think about the last time that you were anxious, go ahead and try and remember an occasion. What I want you to try and do is to try and think of the evidence, if you like, the signs in your body that you were actually feeling this anxiety. Now, this surprising thing is that people don't do anxiety in the same way. You and I do not do anxiety in the same way. It might be a pounding heart, it might be fast breathing, it might be sweating of the forehead or sweaty palms. It could be feeling lightheaded, it could be not being able to see straight, it could be not being able to think straight. It could be butterflies, it could be a tight neck and shoulders, it could be a headache, it could be any number of different things. And I've ask this now of hundreds of people, and what's really interesting, particularly if you do it in a group, is just how diverse the ways are that we do anxiety, the evidence for our anxiety. And in fact, when I've done it in a group, almost invariably there'll be someone who does something that nobody else has thought of as being a way of getting evidence of anxiety. So that's a curious thought, isn't it? You and I know what we mean by anxiety. We can certainly discuss it. You know what I'm talking about when I talk about anxiety. And yet it means different things for you and for me. Now, that means to me that everybody is different. And it also means that for a clinical hypnotherapist, when you're working with someone on their anxiety, you need to be aware of how they do the anxiety and not of focusing on how you do the anxiety. Otherwise, what you end up doing is treating your own anxiety and not touching theirs. But that is also an important, interesting and enlightening thought if you're concerned about your own anxiety, or you're just interested in the emotions and what all of this means. So I've gone into this in some more detail. I've written an ebook, and there's an audio recording that goes with it. So if you'd like that, just message me below. I've been Steve Carey, and you've been watching.